Originally, a spokesman said that he was in a fine condition, but his condition was said to have worsened yesterday, and it has deteriorated quickly through the day over in Phoenix, Arizona. This respiratory problem can be complicated by Parkinson's disease, which Ali has suffered from since 1984. But confirmation this morning that the boxing legend, three-time heavyweight world champion, philanthropist, civil rights activist Muhammad Ali has passed away at the age of 74. His health hasn't been good in the last couple of years. He's been hospitalized several times, most recently in early 2015 for what was a severe urinary tract infection. But this illness that he was in for over the last couple of days in a hospital in Phoenix, Arizona, was a respiratory issue. And he's been on life support for the last few hours. We hear a family spokesman now confirming that the boxing legend has died. Truly transcended the world of sport. One probably the most famous sportsman in the last century. Spoke out against civil rights injustices and famously refused the draft to be called up to the Vietnam War, citing his religious beliefs when he converted to Islam. He was arrested and stripped of his world titles when he did that and his boxing license. He then came back to regain his world title once all charges were dropped against him. Originally, Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr., shot to fame as an Olympic gold medalist in 1960, aged just 18 in Rome when he won that medal. But Muhammad Ali, confirmation this morning that the heavyweight champion, three-time heavyweight champion of the world, has passed away, according to a family spokesman. There's a respiratory issue that we're hearing that he's been in hospital for over the last few days, after his health has been deteriorating over the last couple of years. His last public appearance was this year, though, on April 9th. But he's been fairly out of the public eye in the last couple of years. Known for his pre-fight talk, of course, most famous for boxing, but he was a fantastic orator. A whole load of quotes I'm sure will come out over the next hours and days, referring to himself as the greatest of all time, floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee, and famous, of course, for huge fights in the world of boxing. The Rumble in the Jungle in 1974 against George Foreman, the Thriller in Manila against Joe Frazier in 1975, and the fight of the century, which was his first fight against Joe Frazier when he won the world heavyweight title for the first time. Confirmation this morning that the boxing legend Muhammad Ali has died at the age of 74. Announced he had Parkinson's in 1984, which we think may have contributed to the respiratory issue that he was taken into hospital for a couple of days ago. But he's had battled on manfully with that Parkinson's disease for over 20 years. Raised funds for his own Muhammad Ali Parkinson Center in Phoenix, Arizona, which is where he has passed away this morning. Famous the world over. He's traveled to places like Mexico, Morocco to help out people in need. Very famously, he is generous with his money. A lot of his friends and family say he hardly ever had any cash on him because of how generous he was. He couldn't go past someone in the street without handing his money over to them and stopping to have a conversation and just trying to help. In 2005, he received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from then President George W. Bush, and opened the Muhammad Ali Center in his hometown of Louisville, Kentucky as well that year. A nice quote. He said, "Many fans wanted to build a museum to acknowledge my achievements. I wanted more than a building to house my memorabilia. I wanted a place that would inspire people to be the best that they could be at whatever they chose to do, and to encourage them to be respectful of one another." The boxing great and three-time heavyweight world champion Muhammad Ali has passed away this morning at the age of 74. That's according to a family spokesman who's confirmed that in the last few minutes. It's after he was admitted to hospital with a respiratory problem in Phoenix, Arizona. That respiratory issue, we believe, could have been complicated by his Parkinson's disease that he suffered from since 1984. That's when he announced he had Parkinson's disease. but a fantastic career as a boxer, memorable appearances across television and radio as well, a poet, orator, civil rights activist, philanthropist as well. Muhammad Ali truly went beyond just being a sportsman at a time when access to sportsmen much greater than it is now. The sad news this morning that Muhammad Ali has passed away at the age of 74. And shot to international fame outside boxing when he was found guilty of violating selective service laws when he refused to be drafted for the Vietnam War in the United States of America. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison in June 1967, but he remained free while appealing that conviction. But he was stripped of his titles and wasn't able to compete professionally in the meantime. And he missed more than 3 years at the peak of his career as well. He wasn't boxing for 3 years. The US Supreme Court eventually overturning that conviction in June 1971. And that's when he went back to the fight of the century against Joe Frazier, lost that match against Frazier. And then he went on to take on George Foreman, the Rumble in the Jungle, famous fight, that one in 1974. Ali and Frazier then met again in 1975. That was the Thriller in Manila. So many memorable fights that Muhammad Ali, at the peak of the heavyweight division as well, was involved in. He lost his world heavyweight title, Leon Spinks, in 1978, but defeated him in a rematch, and that meant he'd won the World Heavyweight Championship 3 times, the first boxer to do so. But sad confirmation that Muhammad Ali, the legend, has died at the age of 74 in Phoenix, Arizona this morning. Our reporter Richard Suchet is here to bring us more this morning. Richard, tell us, it seems like it's been a very fast decline over the last couple of days from him going into hospital. What more do we know about his condition before he passed?
Well, it has, and it hasn't been a fast decline.
A great deal of prestige for what he believed.
I should wait to hear more from.
Every day when I came home from school, I would watch VHS tapes of Muhammad Ali and just, watch his movement. I mean, he was just a remarkable person. And there's so many
what was best
great
about
words to describe his person.
What were his best attributes as a fighter? You're a historian of the game. You have studied tape on all the fighters of all times. What were his best attributes when he was in the ring?
His best attribute was combination punching, but most of all, his movement, his legs. Moved so gracefully, so beautiful. And it was like watching a butterfly float.
What was he like to other boxers and other fighters? How did he inspire you, and what was your personal relationship with him?
I met him before, and I was so overwhelmed I couldn't believe that I met him when I was young. I met Muhammad Ali, and out of all the fighters that I've met, he was at the top of the list of people that I wanted to meet in life, period. Just to be touched by his greatness. It could have been luck for me, and then with him touching me, with me shaking hands with Muhammad Ali, it made me want to go out there and try to surpass Ali. That's all I wanted to do. Not just Ali. I wanted to surpass all fighters. But this is not about me. This is about a legend. A man that's going to be truly missed. A man that I love.
Floyd, you were in the stadium as an Olympian in 1996. What do you remember about the night that he lit the torch and that overwhelming moment for the whole world to see?
I said, if anyone deserves to do this, it's Muhammad Ali. If anyone deserves to light the torch for the 96 Olympic Games, they couldn't choose a better person.
When you look back and you see how athletes behave today, how they're able to speak so freely, be braggadocious, be outspoken, be confident, whether it's yourself, Charles Barkley, or several other athletes who have come, do you give him the credit for opening that door?
Absolutely. If it wasn't for Muhammad Ali, sport, period, or entertainment wouldn't be like it is. You got, I mean, when you talk about when Muhammad Ali name stands next to people like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Huey Newton, people that stood for a very, very strong cause in a very, very rough era. And just when you talk about Black history, period, one of the first names you have to say is Muhammad Ali. When you talk about legends, you have to, one of the first names you talk about is Muhammad Ali. As far as in entertainment, you mentioned Michael Jackson. You also have to mention Muhammad Ali.
What did he mean to the African American community, Floyd, before he was accepted worldwide, and particularly to the white community and white society here in America?
Well, in his era, Muhammad Ali made people believe. And in his era, entertainers, as well as boxers, as well as any other athlete, everyone wanted to be like Muhammad Ali. Everyone wanted to be like Muhammad Ali. Dress like him, talk like him, move like him. A true class act. A true class act.
When he would come to your fights and you would be boxing, and the fans in the middle of the fight would start to chant, Ali, 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 did you notice it? And what was that like?
For a legend like Muhammad Ali to come to my fight, it was a dream come true. You know, I never dreamed that Ali would come to see me fight. And when he did come see me fight, that made me want to go out there and perform that much better.
Was he the greatest fighter of all time? He's called the greatest. He called himself the greatest. That's how he's known worldwide. Is he? Was he?
Well, he stood for a cause in his era. So when we talking about was he the greatest, one of the biggest and the greatest athletes of his time? Yes. You know, would it ever be another Ali? We just don't know. You know, we may never see another Ali in our generation. You know, but he's such a great person, and he would be missed, truly missed. A legend.
Do you have a special moment or something personal that you can share with our audience of time that you spent with him?
You know, when I first touched Ali's hand, when I shook his hand, he put his arms around me. I can remember. You know, I was 19 years old, and I said to myself, I would never wash this hand again. You know, because Ali touched it. Now I got good luck, and I said I'm gonna go out here and win a gold medal, even though I ended up receiving a bronze medal. It still was it was great just to be in the same room with such a great person, with such a legend.
Floyd, I would often see Muhammad Ali and we would speak, and his condition obviously deteriorated as he went on in life, but he never felt sorry for himself and he never wanted any pity, and he would always say that he had no pain associated with this. Was it sad for you and for other fighters to see this man who we had grown to see be so bold, so courageous, so great in the ring, decline?
really hurt. It really hurt deeply because the same thing is going on within my family with my Uncle Roger. Every day, I see my Uncle Roger. Some days he know me. Some days he don't know who I am. Some days he know who I am. Some days he don't know who I am. And it hurts deep inside. And just when I look, I was telling myself over and over again, I need to go see Ali. I need to go see Ali because I know he's getting sick. I want to go see Ali. I know he's getting sick. I want to take pictures with him. I don't think the first time I met Ali, I had a chance to take a picture with him. Technology has changed. Now, you can take 1,000 pictures in a day. And at that particular time in '96, I didn't get a chance to take a picture with Ali. Someone may have snapped a picture with me and Ali. I'm not really sure. But when you just say the name, it's just remarkable. Even if it's the person named Mohammad, like the first name Mohammad, or the last name Mohammad, or the first name Ali, or the last name Ali, it'll always put you in the mind frame of Muhammad Ali.
Well, you said that exactly right. It sure does. Do you remember the last conversation or time that you interacted?
Sending him home in a special way.
Well, Floyd, you have honored him quite well here. We appreciate your time in doing this interview. Is there any final thoughts that you would like to add on the passing of the great Muhammad Ali?
There will never be another Muhammad Ali. He stood for a cause in the era what we all needed, what the black communities all around the world, black people all around the world needed him. He was a voice for us. He was a voice for me to be where I'm at today. And I just want to thank Muhammad Ali and his family for being such strong people. You will always be missed. And my prayers go out to Ali and his family.
Floyd, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it.
49-0, the great Floyd Mayweather, the best pound-for-pound fighter right now, recently retired. Unknown whether or not he will return to the ring. Obviously, Muhammad Ali, a tremendous inspiration to him, full of admiration and respect, saying that, of course, his career would not have been possible, the money that he has made, the adulation and fame that he has gained without Muhammad Ali, and I'm sure that that will be echoed by all of the living boxers who have attained some form of fame and greatness in the game.
And Jim, thank you for that touching interview with Floyd Mayweather.